Alright, Dallas 4-2 back with another 7 Days to Die video. It's the morning of day 19, and we are working on a tactical assault rifle. That's where we left off yesterday. So let's finish that up real quick before we do anything else today. I had most of what I needed, but I was waiting on some more steel. And it's already in construction. It'll be ready in about 2 minutes. That's machine gun parts. I need 8 of those. I've got 5 on me. I can get another one from scrapping this machine gun. I can get another one for scrapping each of these machine guns. But unlike when I did this 44, I wanted to make sure that I had all the materials in my possession before I started building it, because if you saw the last video, I had to scramble and run around like a crazy maniac trying to find more iron because I didn't have enough, and I had already scrapped out my pistol, so that was not ideal. But this time it should work better. So I can take these mods off of here while I wait. And we're just going to hang out here until those pop out. I got a bunch of food cooking here. Good for that for a while. Bear with me for 1 minute while I wait for these steels to pop out, because then we can get ourselves a tactical assault rifle. It'll be better than what we have now. It'll actually be... It's a level 2 tac assault rifle, so it's going to be level 6 AK, level 1 tac assault, level 2 tac assault. So it's actually 3 ranks above what we have now. That'll be a significant upgrade. Scrapping 1 machine gun. Scrapping 2 machine guns. Got everything except that 3rd machine gun part, so now I'm confident that I can scrap this, and I won't be without my machine gun for a long period of time. Here goes nothing. It's going to take 10 minutes to build, okay. While we wait for that, let's go over here. And yesterday I completed tier 3 questing, so I think this morning the trader over here should have a tier 4 quest for me. So let's go see if that's the case. I know there's a book, I don't know if I have it or not. Let's check. That gives you... It's, which one is it? Magnum Enforcer. It's this one right here, number 4. Bartering with a 44 gun drawn gives you a 5% better deal. So I don't have that book yet, but once I do, if I talk to one of these traders and I'm holding this gun like this, I'll get a better deal. That's why you see me pull out my pistol when I talk to him. I didn't realize if I had it or not, but it turns out I don't. But alright, we got tier 4 quests available here. Awesome. The closest one is right here, NDC Checkpoint 3. It's a fetch and clear.
Look, Blockhead,
I'll go ahead and take that.
Word of advice.
And we will
Next
work
time,
on that quest today.
bathe before coming to a job
But
interview.
I don't feel good about going in there without my machine gun. Because this new 44 revolver only holds 6 shots at a time. And if I get mobbed by a bunch of enemies and I'm not perfectly accurate, I could, you know, get swarmed while I'm trying to reload. So, even though it's a little bit boring, we're going to wait here until we get this machine gun built. Let's see if we can find something to do for 8 minutes. Let's just go next door and do like this next POI while we wait. I've already been in here. I think I've already been through that one. Don't want to go running off too far without my bike. Just go find like a level 1 or 2 POI that we haven't done yet and knock it out real quick for some quick loot while we wait for that other thing to happen. Here we go. Oh, so this is an interesting thing I may not have told you about. So if you look in the upper right, it says Tragedy Trailer and there's no skulls. So it's actually possible in this game to have no skull POIs. This is a no skull POI, which means it's even easier than a 1 skull POI. These are usually like super simple. You might find 1 or 2 zombies in them, but for the most part, you just come in here and collect some loot. So this is a perfect thing to do for 8 minutes while we wait. We have time to do one more after this. Got some repair tool crafting. Okay, that's cool. The nice thing about being next to a big town like this is there's plenty of things to do. More repair tool crafting, awesome. There's plenty of things to do here, even if you don't have a quest for it. You just wander into a POI like this. Grab some of these flowers. These are useful for making our special teas that we make. Or not our... We're not really making special teas, but we make the purified water using those flowers. That's why I collected those. I would expect 1 zombie in here. And there's one over there. This gun's definitely powerful. Remember, these are a good source of iron and cloth. Springs also, pipes also. We're gonna need more of that eventually. So we'll grab some while I'm here. So I'm stoked that we were able to make the new machine gun even before the next blood moon, and we've been able to get up to tier 4 before the next blood moon, which is awesome because that means that we can start getting into some of the bigger POIs. They're going to start taking longer, so eventually we're going to get into some POIs that are so big that we can't do them in one day, and if and when that happens, we will just log out in the middle of the POI. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can log out in the middle of a POI, because I think when you log back in, it like cancels your progress. So we'll have to try that and see. Well, if you're doing a quest, that is. If you're doing a quest and you log out in the middle of the POI and you come back in to the game later, I think it cancels your quest progress. But if you're just in a POI, you can continue where you left off. I think that's how it works. Maybe I should take a tier 1 quest and just see before we go too crazy. Make sure it works the way I think it works. But we got some time to figure that out. Alright, so we went in there, we got some quick loot, some quick easy loot. That's used in recipes. Killed a little bit of time while we're waiting for our new gun to pop out. Don't need 9mm ammo because this new handgun uses the 44 ammo, which I created some for myself. 2.5 minutes and that thing will pop out. Let's go loot something else for 2.5 minutes. There's more of these easy ones over here. Yep, the Thumb Residence, also a tier 0 POI. There's no skulls up there in the upper right. So it should be very straightforward. Maybe one zombie, maybe two. Two in here. Come on, get my knife. Have a knife day. To use any of this ammo if I can help it, because it's a little scarce right now. We'll do our next quest, and then when I get back after that, I'll see if I can make some more ammo, or at the end of today, we'll make some more ammo, one or the other. Ooh, what's this? You can fall up to 15 meters without taking damage while carrying 5,000 dukes or more. Oh, interesting. But you have to be carrying 5,000 dukes. Ooh, look at that. Find more medical supplies. And a cooking book. Hey, I can make my hobo stew now. Awesome. That's like the game-changing food item. Alright, that should have been enough time for our new gun to pop out. Let's go over there. And do that little quick, easy, 0-tier POI and get like a few good books that help us out. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing says you have to do the hardest POIs that you possibly can handle. You can always go back and do easier ones, either in a quest or just on their own. Oops, that was wrong. There we go. Oh! There it is. I got it. Let's see what it looks like. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, let's slap our mods on this bad boy. Alright, that's going to be our main squeeze for a while. Reload it. I can fill up my ammo here. There we go. Okay, now then, let's go try our next quest. We can try out our new machine gun while we're at it. So this will be our first Tier 4 POI. And a Tier 4 quest as well. Make sure we've assigned all of our points. No points available. Okay. Have I finished all these challenges? I can redeem that. I can redeem that. Okay. And here we are at our new quest location. It is the NDC Checkpoint 3, a 4-skull POI. Let's do it. We're just going to take our time with this. I'm not trying to finish more than one quest in a day. At this point, you know, these POIs are getting bigger, so we're going to take our time. Make sure we get all the loot. And slow our pace in the game just a little bit. This will be probably the only quest we do today. We'll see. Maybe it won't take very long. I don't need that. I can scrap it out. Oh, I see some dots. Fall back, fall back. Alright. It's hard to get a headshot on these twitchy guys. Their heads are bobbing all over the place. I'm going to try to use some trigger discipline because we don't have a ton of ammo. Lots of cars in this area. So this is like, this POI, the theme of it is like, it's a biological checkpoint from when the disease was running rampant and they had to like check people for the disease before they moved from one place to another. So they set up this roadblock. So you're going to find like a military presence here and also like a lot of medical presence here. And advanced game strategy is you can actually think about when you're choosing a POI to do, you can think about, you know, what kind of POI is that and what kind of loot am I likely to find in there and would that be useful for me in my build? And military loot is definitely useful for my build, so this is a good place to go. I'll bet I'll find some good military stuff in here. And I'm not really hurting for medical supplies, but it never hurts to get more medical supplies. Explosives. I don't really use explosives very much. I mean, I probably could, but... always like to check around the outskirts of things. Sometimes you find interesting stuff. Got stuck back against the door. Luckily my aim was true. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of unuseful books in here for my build. But I just read them anyway, because it's too much work to carry them all the way back to your base and try to sell them. Oh, it's a testosterone extract. There was something I was trying to make that required that. I think it was a mod of some sort. You start finding some different kinds of loot as you progress through the game and your loot stage advances. And you'll start finding some better stuff. I think there's a way to see your loot stage if you go to, like, is it right here, core character stats, loot stage 52, game stage 57. I don't really know exactly how to interpret that, but if you want that information, you can find it there. There's got to be some zombies in here. I hear you. Got him. This thing's nice and accurate, no recoil to speak of. A lot less recoil than the AK. I think this is basically like an AR type weapon, but it doesn't specify that that's what it is. And a true AR, I think, is chambered in 5.56 or something like that. And this one still uses a 7.62, so who knows? We're already encumbered in a bad way. Might need to make a trip outside and set up a little temporary storage out there. Look at that. Biker boots. Cool. I'll take that over sham sandwiches. Alright, let's see if we can make a trip out. Back outside real quick. Because we're not too far in. I'm already loaded up with stuff. Airplane, dropping some supplies over there. Okay, let's drop all this stuff we don't need right away. That should do. Alright, here's where we left off. Looks like this is where the locked. Canned food stash. Sure is. Okay. Yeah, our satchel's in here, but I can't get in from this way without cheating. Don't want to cheat. We'll cheat if we're in a real time crunch, but other than that, don't like to do that. I think they want me to go that way, huh? But first, let's check the rest of this out. There's the generator. No wonder. Yeah, these also give you nitrates, rotting flesh, bones, and polymers. Gas barrels. These actually serve a double purpose because you can shoot them in the environment and blow them up. They'll explode dramatically. So if there's a zombie next to one, you don't really need the gas that's in it, you can shoot it and blow up the zombie instead. Locked? Wants me to go that way, but it's locked? Doesn't add up. It's curious. Maybe there's a switch. A switch of some sort? Ah, here's a switch. I thought I saw a switch somewhere. There we go. Now I unlock that. Yep, now it's starting to feel a little bit like a Tier 4 POI. That was a bit of a battle there. I'm hungry. Let's eat a blueberry pie. Had a feral zombie. Had one of those mutated zombies or whatever they're called. I was wondering why I couldn't get into any of these little rooms. It's because it was part of that scripted event. Handguns, that's good. Now I can build a 44 level 4. But we'll probably skip a couple levels like we usually do, because otherwise it's too resource intensive. Alright, now this is unlocked. Be a little careful. We're starting to see some bigger and nastier zombies. Those mutated zombies can like spit a toxic sludge at you, so gotta be careful with those. Find a lot of coal in here, that's good. It's like an automatic door. Okay. Out we go. This gun's pretty good. My aim's not the best in the world, but the gun's nice. There's gotta be a lot of zombies around here. Be careful. Here's the military zombies I promised you. Spear. Sound like their military barracks. Good back here. Oh yeah, munitions box. Gotta check all the little nooks and crannies. You never know when you're gonna find some good stuff hiding behind a little corner somewhere. Is that locked? It is. Hey, I got the drop on that dog. There's two more. Got him. There's a store over there that we'll eventually get into, but make sure we scan the whole area here first. A machine gun part, nice. Found 3 of those in here so far. Got a little bit of space in my inventory yet. What's that? Nothing important. That's locked. When I drop in there, I'm going to have a big battle on my hands, I have a feeling. You stupid bird. Oh, come on. There we go. Got some handgun parts. Nice. We love handgun parts and machine gun parts. Those are very important for our build. There's a door. Military goods. Got some 44 ammo in there. Nice. Starting to find that now. There's another door over here. That one's locked. Okay. Gotta go down through the funny farm before I can get over to that one. You know, I keep passing these by, but I could really use some eggs, so I need to start checking those. I don't need to take the feathers, but I need to take the eggs. Because then I can make blueberry pies and pumpkin pies and things of that nature. They're not as good as some of the newer things I can cook, but they're still good in a pinch. Sorry, I had to mute my microphone to sneeze there for a second. A sneeze in your ear. Hey, more machine gun parts. Bullet casing, 7.62. Awesome. If that's anything. No, guess not. Okay, looks like we gotta go down into this room over here. And I fully expect a big battle down here. We haven't found the payoff room yet. We're finding some good loot, but we haven't found the payoff. more handgun parts. And high power 7.62 ammo, that's good. Except, where's the way out of here? I think I saw a switch somewhere. I see a switch somewhere. Oh yeah, look at this. Hadn't done everything here yet. That's a feral military zombie. He's pretty nasty. 1,200 experience for that guy. That's a step up from the 750 zombies we've been finding. Okay, I unlocked something. Did I unlock this? Nope. It must be that other door over here. Yep, now that's green. It had a red light before. So clearly that's where they want me to go. And there's no way in here without just falling. So there's no getting back out of here easily. And as soon as I walk through that door, there's going to be a big fight, I have a feeling. Hopefully I'm up to the task. Maybe it won't be one big fight all at once. Cop zombie. Took care of him. Cooking mag. My inventory's full. This is where we're gonna have a big fight, I have a feeling. These are ferals, but fortunately there's a door between us, a heavy door. Give me the opportunity to give them some headshots. Alright, I think we handled it. Didn't get hurt. That's good. That's good. Now we can loot this place, and there's tons of loot in here. But before we do, I think there's a... Does this unlock the gate over here? Yeah, it did. So then I can go out and put more stuff in my storage. Let's just drop another storage here for now, to be on the safe side. We'll unite the clans later. Real quick before I forget. I got a storage kit here, and I got a storage over here also, so we don't forget about those. Okay, we don't need that right now. We got a payoff room here, so we want to make sure we have enough room to get all the payoff loot. I'm not going to drop the handgun or machine gun parts because I do not want to forget about those. Alright, now we got a big payoff in this room. Let's grab assault rifle crafting. I can make attack assault level 3. Again, we'll probably skip a few levels on that. Skip 2 or 3 levels on that, because it was quite a struggle just to get the parts we needed. I don't need a level 1 pistol. I can scrap this, and it'll turn into handgun parts for me. Boom, 4. Nice. So that's finding a low-level weapon of your kind is just like finding parts for that kind of weapon, if you scrap it out. Ooh, there's the satchel. Alright, we've completed the quest, and I think we've got time to finish looting this room and get over there in time to turn the quest in, if we hurry. So this is a locked chest that you can use lockpicks on, but I don't have any lockpicks, so we're just not going to mess with it. Might be something good, might not. If I wanted to stand there for 5 minutes with my wrench trying to take that box apart, I could, but not a very effective use of our time. Ooh, what's this? I thought there might be a soldier or two up here. Liking the new gun. See, she'll probably go eat that rabbit. Oh, maybe she didn't see it. Oh, there she goes. Ah, more payoff over here. Handgun mag. Ammo. Lots of military gear over here. I don't really need these. I'll probably sell those. They don't scrap to handgun parts, they scrap to pipes. Sneaking over trash makes no sound. Nice. Crafting. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, we'll have to come back and get all of the extra loot later, but let's take what we can from this box for now. And let's try to get back and turn this quest in. We've officially completed our first Tier 4 POI. It wasn't too bad. There were a couple of tough battles, but nothing we couldn't handle. Ooh, after we turn this quest in, we should go grab that box over there.
How did you? I'd shake your hand, but I bet you got dysentery.
He's selling something real quick to
you
make
want
up some
something?
room, to free up some room. Doesn't want that. Oh, I I know. There we go.
You gotta be the dumbest son of a bitch I've ever seen. Can't you see we're overstocked on those?
There we go.
Don't let
Now
the
we got
door
some
hit you
room.
on your... You think you're pretty smart now, don't you?
Get
Here's
harvesting
your pay,
tools.
Einstein.
Cement. Cement will come in handy eventually because once we have a cement mixer, we can make upgrade our base further. All right, so there's fetch and oh, there's a restore power at night. Let's try this. We haven't tried one of these before.
Well,
it's
don't
almost
just
night.
stand there
And,
with your thumb up your ass. Go do the goddamn
we'll try
job.
that. First, let's go over here and get this box. My inventory's tight, but I think I should be able to free up enough room to grab whatever's in here. Our quest is in the opposite direction, so I just wanted to grab this real quick while we're close. Oh, fell in a hole. Definitely want that and that. Commando boots, I think we already have something better than that. Let's just scrap it out. The antibiotic is good. It's better than one arrow. Alright. Let's go back home and drop all this stuff off that we can. And the next quest that we took is a night-only quest. And that one we have to start after 2200. We can't start it before then. So we'll go do that tonight. I think the nighttime quests like that are basically like a tier down, but they're a little bit more difficult because it's nighttime. So that would be like a tier 3 POI made into a tier 4 because it's night and it's a little bit more challenging. So the fact that it's a tier 3 POI instead of a tier 4 POI means that it probably won't be quite as big. Hopefully won't take quite so long. So we'll drop this junk off real quick, and then we'll go try to do that quest and see if we can get it done before morning. Extra 762 for 9 mil. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Got a level 2 lumberjack hat already, so I can sell that one. Didn't already have those boots. Nope, those are new for me. So we'll take a closer look at that later. Full auto mod. Don't know that that will be really helpful for me. Handgun and machine gun parts. Those were a good find. Oops, wrong. Medical. Okay, we now got more than a full stack of those. So we can take a stack and put it in to sell. So we don't need all that sitting around in our inventory. Got an extra one of those. Don't need a flashlight. Oh, we got a zombie around here somewhere. Seemed like a wandering wave, but not quite as big as they usually are. Let's just open these real quick. 5 handgun magazines. Wow. 2 assault rifles. Regular rifles. Sell those. Glue. Alright, I think we're ready for this next quest. Let's go try it. It's after 2200, so we can definitely get in there now. And show you guys how these quests work. We haven't done one of these yet. So once we're in here, we have to finish the quest before we log out, because if we log out while we're in the middle of a quest, we'll log back in and it will be reset or failed. So it might take us a little longer than dawn to finish this, so fair warning. But we're gonna go in here and we're gonna do the whole thing, however long it takes. It looks like it's a pretty similar type of place to the last place we were. He was feral, but I headshotted him. Scrap. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it is a tier 4. So all these zombies are going to move faster, even if they're not feral. That one is. Alright, who wants some? Come get some. Ouch. I got swarmed on. Alright, I got an infection going. Time to eat a honey. That was a lot of zombies all at once. I had to use some, use a lot of ammo there. That's not ideal. However, we pulled half the POI down on us all at once, so the rest should be a little easier because of that. Ah, here's one of the generators, but first let's make sure that the nearby area is cleared out. Because when you activate the generator, it makes some noise, and it'll draw zombies towards you from a certain distance away. That one's outside the POI. It's kind of like the lock-picking mechanic where it either succeeds or it fails. So that's one generator, and there's two more in here somewhere that I need to find. So let's carry on. Looks like there's some guys behind here. Those ferals are tricky. They're tougher, they're faster. Even you get a clean headshot, it's not enough. Alright, so far so good. So far so good. Hopefully I don't get bitten again, because I don't have another honey. But other than that, we're doing alright. Maybe I need to start carrying 2 honeys instead of 1. I think that might be a good idea from now on. We're getting into some more difficult POIs, where you get swarmed by lots of zombies at once. Alright, here's a generator. Ooh, I just got a honey. Nice! How did they know I needed that? This is a bigger generator, so it takes longer to start it up. And it failed, so I think it notifies zombies, alerts zombies around a certain distance if it fails. I see a dot here. There might be an underground portion to this. Might be what I'm seeing. Try that again. Go, got that one. There's one more generator over this way. Got it. We still have to clear the areas, and it's showing me a dot over that way. Let's just... get up. So we're just trying to finish clearing the area out now, and then we've accomplished it. So that wasn't too bad. Although I haven't cleared all the zombies out yet. There's a payoff room somewhere, which we haven't found yet, and sure as shooting, there's going to be a big zombie battle in there. Hey, we got it. I guess that was all the zombies in here, because it's considered that I've cleared the area out. But I still didn't find the payoff, so where's the payoff? There'll be a payoff somewhere. Do all this work to not find a payoff. Ooh. That's a white. He's bad news. I don't dare go in there. We'll eventually break out of there, given enough time. What's that? Take 5% less damage and deal 10% more damage when indoors. Nice. Ah, here's the payoff room. So I did find it. Got him. Thought I heard him bust out of there. I'm hungry. Let's eat this blueberry pie. Alright, finish looting this real quick. Make our way back home. I found a treasure map. So it starts a quest to go get... I think it starts a quest. Yeah. To go get a treasure of some sort. That's cool. I don't know if I've ever done one of those before. Machine gun and handgun parts. Excellent. And gunpowder. Nice. Vehicle crafting. Assault rifle crafting. Ooh, handgun crafting and craft a barrel extender, which makes the weapon ranged accuracy better, but more unwieldy from firing from the hip. Hardened chest that I can't get into right now. And then there was that room with the white in it. I want to go see what's in there. Food items. I can scrap out a spear. I don't need a spear. Alright, I think we are done here. So let's get out and get back to our bicycle. Locked. This one was not quite as difficult as the other one, I think. Okay. We finished it. We're homeward bound. Then, first thing in the morning, we can go turn that quest in. We've got 66 out of 100. We need 100 points to unlock Tier 5. And each of these that we do is giving us 4 for the Tier 4 quests. So this one will bring us up to 70. And 30 divided by 4 is, what, 8? Something like that? 8.5. Math is not my strong suit. But anyhow, like, I think if we do like 8 or 9 more quests, we should be up to Tier 4, Tier 5, I mean. So that means tomorrow on day 20, we're about to call it a day here, but when we log back in, we will focus on trying to build up our horde base on day 20 and day 21 to get it ready for the blood moon on the night of day 21. And then following the blood moon at the beginning of next week, we can just dive into the quests, and we can try to do 1 or 2 quests a day until we've got it all done. We're getting there. By this time next week, we should be close to, if not already, doing Tier 5 quests. And Tier 5 POIs is part of my long-term objectives here, is to complete all the Tier 5 POIs on the map. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. These are pipe weapons, so they don't scrap to handgun parts or whatever. They scrap to pipes, so that's why I'm going to sell them instead. Some books I already know. Anything else in here to sell? This is for clubs. I don't use clubs. I can sell that. Beer. Recipe. This one's not used in a recipe. Cooking. Alright, we're sitting on 6 handgun and 4 machine gun parts. Actually 6 machine gun parts, because I didn't put them over there yet. 6 machine gun and 6 handgun. So that's excellent. That's a good start towards our next weapons that we'll be building in a while. Coal. I'm going to take another honey. I'm going to start taking 2 honeys with me, just in case. Because things are getting a little more challenging. Don't want to be caught without one when I need it. Alright, I think that's a good stopping point for tonight. Almost. There we go. We did the tactical assault rifle, and it works very nicely. And it's day 20, so we don't need 15 to 19 anymore. So day 20 and 21, or day 20 horde base, 21 base blood moon, 22 through 25, is it? It's 28, so 26 quest. Alright, that's what our future's looking like for us. I will go ahead and call it here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned something about the game, please give me a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so. And leave me a comment to tell me what you thought about it. And I will catch you in the next one.